Alrighty, we're back up at 5 a.m. and I want to answer the most important and most frequently asked question that I get on Instagram, TikTok. I've even got it on YouTube as well, even though I've only posted a couple of videos so far. How do you eliminate procrastination? Before I give you the answers, today I'm actually going to give you the answers, and if you just watch this video, you will solve procrastination because I'm going to give you the practical tips that you need to, first of all, be mindful, because I think the first step in anything is awareness. So being mindful and aware of what type of procrastination you're doing and how to fix that specific type of procrastination, and then catching yourself doing it. And then also, we have to talk about the situation. So let's be real here. If your goals made you special, then everyone who set out to achieve a 99 ATAR or to get rich would do it, right? Let's just think about 99 ATAR. For example, the ATAR I got 99.7. By definition, that means the top 0.3% of students in my cohort got that ATAR. Now, how many students would have wanted that ATAR? Let's even think of a 99. How many students would want a 99 ATAR? Everyone. Let's say everyone who wants to get a good ATAR wants a 99. Wow, great ATAR. How many people get it? 1%. So if we do a bit of basic pattern recognition, we can see that majority of people's goal setting mechanism is fundamentally flawed. And this is something for another video, but what I've realized over the last couple of years, and especially this last month or two that I've been locking in, and I've been able to make quite a bit of money, a good amount of money at 18, do really well and not drop a mark in uni, get out of hospital, which I was in for my mental health, get out and just grind, put my head down, and now pretty much won a free trip to America because I've won the school games. And the number one thing that I realized was my goals aren't important at all. What's important is the work. And this is a concept I'll go into another video, but basically, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to do the work. We know that. Your goals aren't going to make you special. Everyone and their dog wants to study medicine. Everyone wants to get into law. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants to be famous. I don't know. But no one does it because you don't do the work. Now, the number one thing stopping you from doing the work, apart from your shitty goal setting, is procrastination. So hopefully you understand that this is important. Like, seriously, it grinds my gears to see so many students normalizing it on social media. Like, it's like almost funny. Like, I get it. We love to post inspirational content and relatable, authentic content is probably what I've meant. But I just don't agree that we should be normalizing it as well. Like, it's cool. Oh, I did it last. Oh, I submitted my thing last second. Oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, that's a Sunday night job. Like, it's not cool, because the more you talk about stuff, and a book that I'm currently reading called Reality Transferring, the more you put something into the world, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in just the universe, the more you put something out there and you think it, you align yourself to that pendulum. You align yourself to the pendulum. I'm not going to get too spiritual here, but you align yourself to that. And the more you think about it, even if you're just dissing it, even if you're saying, oh, I got to stop procrastinating, the more you put into the world that you're procrastinating, that gets into your mind, into your subconscious. This isn't even just a spiritual thing. This is scientifically backed. So we know now that we need to stop your procrastination. How are we going to do that? Well, 3 types of procrastination. For each type, I'm going to first of all tell you what it is, how to catch yourself doing it. And then the 3 types, they all have a fix to it. So it's pretty chill. Let me just have a little water break. So, if you are down doing work, let's be real. You are never going to achieve your goals if you're sitting there on your phone. Imagine this is my phone. This is what some of you do. You see that? Phone. Oh, maybe I'll just put my phone like that and FaceTime the boys or FaceTime the girls while I'm studying. Like, seriously, if you're not doing at least an hour of deep work with each of your study blocks, except if you have a little maintenance, small tasks, like an Anki review, then what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? So we need to fix that, because the best way to get ahead is not to be smarter naturally. Everyone's naturally smart. The best way to get ahead is to not procrastinate and just get the work done. Now, the first type of procrastination that is the most common, the most ubiquitous, is just classic procrastination. This is called classic procrastination. Classic procrastination is literally what it sounds. It's just you being lazy. Like, it's you literally just being like, I cannot be stuffed to do this. Like, genuinely, that's all it is. So the way we get rid of classic procrastination, when you literally just can't be stuffed. Like, for example, when you get up out of bed and you're like, I cannot be stuffed today. Or you get home from school, it's like, I cannot be stuffed. The best way we do it, the number one thing that will allow you to cure this whenever you need to, is to lower the activation energy. In chemistry, we talk about a concept called activation energy. Now, what activation energy is, it's the minimum amount of energy required for a reaction to occur. How can we apply this to procrastination? Well, if you think of doing a task, there is an activation energy of each task. For example, the activation of energy of me picking this water up and having a drink is pretty low because it's right here. It's very easy and I want to do it. The activation of energy of me recording this video was a bit higher because obviously, I'm a bit new to this and you know what I mean, that sort of stuff. The activation of energy of me going to the gym, which I'm about to, and training legs, and I'm not going to listen to any music because I'm trying to stop blasting myself with dopamine in the morning. The activation energy of me doing that with no music, it's quite high, especially training legs. So what I'm doing is, instead of having, wow, I've got a massive task to do, for example, you sit down and you've got 2 hours of study of math to do, for example. No, you don't. You don't have 2 hours of math to do. You've got 15 minutes to do. Set a timer of 15 minutes, set that timer, and after 15 minutes, reassess and see if you're ready to keep going. Because usually, if we just get you started, the hardest part is getting started. From there, momentum builds exponentially. Trust me, momentum will build exponentially. So we need to get you started. The best way to get you started is to lower the activation energy so that even if you don't feel like doing it, it's like, oh my God, it's just 5 minutes of study. Let's just do it. And then you do 5 minutes of study. And then because you've got the timer, it hits 5 minutes. And then you forget about the timer. You put a stopwatch on for 5 minutes and then you just forget about it because you keep going. I'd use the Forest app for that as well. Please use Forest. But literally lower the activation energy. So for me, for example, I'm about to go to the gym, and instead of thinking, shit, I've got to go and do 8 exercises of legs with no music, I'm literally going in with a mindset of, I'm just going to get the first exercise done, and then I'm not even thinking about anything else. I'm not thinking about the next 7 exercises or so, because I'm just thinking about the first one. I'm just going to go to the gym, execute that first exercise, and then from there, I'll decide. Now, I know that I will not quit and I'll keep going, but I'm just tricking my brain into thinking that, oh my God, I'm not thinking about the whole workout because it's a trek, right? I'm just thinking about the first exercise, lowering the activation energy so that I can get the task done. All right, that's the first type of procrastination. Easy to fix, genuinely. I could sit here and say, just stop being a lazy shit, but at the end of the day, me being here and giving you toxic motivation can only help you to a certain degree. At the end of the day, yes, you do need to probably stop being a lazy shit, and I don't mean this to be rude, I say this to myself as well. Sometimes I'm a lazy shit as well, so we're all lazy shits sometimes. But sometimes you also need some pragmatic tools to stop yourself from being a lazy shit. So this is how you stop yourself. And I use this myself, guys. I'm not perfect. Again, I'm very productive. However, I do stuff up. I'm not perfect at all. However, these are the exact tools I use to help myself. So hopefully I can help you guys out. Alrighty. Next type of procrastination is called creative avoidance. I'm sure you would never have heard this stuff before, which is why you're so asleep and unawake and not woken up to the fact that your procrastination is killing you. Creative avoidance. Now, creative avoidance is if you get creative and you're like, I'm procrastinating, I'm doing something more important. For example, if I'm supposed to be making content, I'm supposed to be studying, I'm supposed to be going to the gym, but I'm sitting on my laptop quickly, no, it's okay, I'm just doing my schedule. Oh no, I'm just like replying to comments. Like, you're changing up the task that you're meant to be doing for something else to avoid it. Now, it's called creative avoidance because it's pretty creative. You can start making up some stuff like, I'm supposed to be reading right now, but no, like on my phone, like I've just got to post something. Like, that's creative avoidance. You're avoiding the task that you have to do because you're doing some creative other task you're avoiding the task you have to do with some other task. Now, a lot of people don't see this as procrastination because you don't think you're procrastinating if you're doing something else that might be productive. Yes, it could be productive, but you're not doing the most productive thing. You're not doing the work. You're not doing the study. And what did I say at the start of this video? The people who succeed and get and achieve their goals, they don't sit around and doing creative avoidance and say, no, but I'm just doing this message. Oh, no. What they do is they say, no, stuff that. I'm going to get the work done. And that's what you need to start doing. So stop doing creative avoidance and get the work done. Now, how do you stop creative avoidance? The best way to stop creative avoidance is to time block and to have a to-do list. Like, literally, like, maybe not the to-do list so much, but to time block. For example, on Google Calendar, from right now, it's probably like about 5:30 a.m. So say from 5:15 to 5:45, YouTube video. That's what I'm doing. That's what I've got in my calendar. From 5 to 5:15, I've got nothing. I just wake up at 5 and then 5:15, I get ready, do a bit of prayer, all that sort of stuff, like time for myself, and then I'm talking on this video. And in that 5:15 to 5:45 time, the half an hour, this is all I'm doing. You've noticed as I've it's nearly 10 minutes into this video. All I've been doing when I've been doing this video is doing this video, or just drinking some water. I need water, guys. Does that make sense though? So you literally just want to time block your day. So for example, you're doing these two tasks, or even three tasks of, I'm supposed to be studying, but also I need to reply to comments, but also I've got to schedule my day. Be smart about it. Schedule your day the night before. Give yourself a 15-minute block to do that the night before. That gets rid of that. Then always optimize to eat the frog. Eat the frog. I'll make another video of this, but eat the frog. Get the work done first. We always need to get the work done first. For example, I got up and I'm making this YouTube video. This is the most high yield task I can do this morning. The gym will come. The gym's easy for me. But the most high yield and work task I can do this morning is make this video. And then after the gym, I'll study. Then this hour I'll relax and go to uni and see some friends. And then, so if you time block the work first, optimize your life for the work first, and then that secondary task you can do throughout the day, and just time block it when you're having lunch or something. There you go. How easy is that? Now you know you can't do creative avoidance, because if you keep yourself accountable and you stick to that calendar, you can't actually participate or partake in creative avoidance because you know what you're doing at that specific time. And then what you're doing at that point is, once you identify what you're doing at each time, it can't be creative avoidance anymore, because it's actually just, it goes to classic procrastination. See how creative avoidance is once you don't know what you're doing at that time, so you're just going to do whatever. And oh, it's okay if I do this. No, it's not okay, because on your calendar it says you're doing this. So make sure you study, you're not checking messages. That's creative avoidance. It might seem productive, but it's not productive, all right? This is what a lot of you do when you're talking to your friends or you're checking Instagram. Like, you think sometimes it's productive. Oh, it's productive to have a rest. It's productive to... A rest is not talking to your friends on the phone for 2 minutes while you're meant to be studying, okay? The little things that you think are productive that aren't productive. So creative avoidance, once you put it on your calendar and you time block, it then turns from creative avoidance back to classic procrastination. If I've time blocked now, like I've got to be studying and I'm on my phone, that's just classic procrastination. That's just being lazy. And from there, you then use this. See how we've used this technique, and then you go back to this, and then you lower the activation energy and you use back to this first technique, and then it's sweet. Cool. We've got classic procrastination, creative avoidance. Once you fix this, it then goes into this, and then you fix this. We now have the third one, which is called priority dilution. Now, this is probably the worst one that I have, because my life is so busy, because I've got uni, I'm making content, business, gym, social life, family, whatever. This is the biggest one for me. So priority dilution is generally when you just have so much on, so much shit to do, that you just like are drowning and you're going from task to task to task, and you're like, okay, shit, I do this a lot, and I used to do this a lot, especially now that I've like the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to get better and I'm setting intentions for myself. Oh my God, okay, I'm on this Elite Achievers call. Oh my God, okay, I'm responding to messages. Okay, I'm studying. I'm like, everything at once, like 3 things at once. That is not productive at all. Multitasking is a fad. Multitasking is a lie that was sold to you by companies that want multitasking as part of a job description, because in a job, a lot of the jobs you do with multitasking are pretty mindless. So they want you to be mindless because you're just doing mindless work. In your life, in your study, when you're building your dream, and you're building your dream life, you do not want to be mindless. You want to be present, doing one thing at a time, because I guarantee you doing one thing at a time is the most productive thing. And I also say this for myself. I'm not saying this because I'm better or I do this all the time. I also fail at doing this a lot. So this is why I say this as well. So what you need to do is, if you have priority dilution, you need to also use time blocking, but a to-do list. For me, priority dilution comes when I've got a massive to-do list and I just don't know when to do it all. So it's similar to creative avoidance. However, you need to have the to-do list. So you need to block out first of all, what have I got to do today? Rather than having it all in your head, oh my God, I got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, oh my God, I got to feed the dog, and then I got to read the book. What you got to do is put it all on a to-do list. Once you then can visualize, again, using a calendar as a to-do list is amazing, because it gets it out of here, which causes a lot of stress, and puts it onto an external. You're externalizing it. Once you do that, then you can visualize and see, this is what I've got to do, right? Once you can see what you've got to do, then you can start time blocking each thing into different parts of the day. Then, similar to creative avoidance, there's no, oh my God, I'm doing different things at different times. Creative avoidance is where you intentionally do it. You intentionally want to be creative, and like you're kind of deceiving yourself. Creative avoidance is like evil to yourself. You're basically telling yourself that you're choosing between your goal and your goal, like the work, and some other stupid thing, and you're choosing that over this. You're literally choosing complacency and failure over yourself. It's pretty bad. But then with priority dilution, everything is productive. Everything is a higher yield task. You just don't know when to do what. To-do list, I could show you my to-do list. I probably will go through my to-do list and my calendar set up one day as a video. to-do list, go through all your tasks, even if it's 20, 30. Like I've got 30 tasks I got to do today. And then time block into your calendar when you can do those tasks. Or even add like time, like I use an app called To-Do-List, and I add like timed reminders. And then in my calendar for 30 minutes from like 8 to 8:30, I've got a gray block which just says tasks. And in that block, I'll just do tasks, if that makes sense. And that's how you stop priority dilution, because it's very important. As you start dialing in these two things, as you fix these two things, you're going to inevitably get number 3, priority dilution, because having a very productive life comes with taking a lot of responsibility and doing a lot. And then with that, you're going to start having a lot to do. And again, I've had priority dilution. I've had this issue for years. Like again, I've been doing a lot in school. I was school captain, ducks my school with a 998er and played first 15. I had a shit ton to do, and I had to use to do this. I had to use the Google Calendar. Otherwise, I would have drowned, especially with my mental health stuff, especially now. Like if I didn't have all these systems in place to get rid of my procrastination with my mental health, the mental illness, I would be fucked. Like I'd be cooked. So hopefully this helps. Number 1, again, classic procrastination, pure laziness, lower the activation energy. Number 2, creative avoidance. That's you choosing frivolous, stupid things that don't mean anything and that won't provide long-term happiness and long-term, like, just like happiness in yourself, like glory that you, and respect for yourself. Creative avoidance is choosing short-term fixes over the long-term happiness. And to stop that, all you need to do is start time blocking, being intentional. At this time, I'm doing this. Number 3, priority dilution. When you've got a lot of stuff to do, when you get really procrastinated and really advanced, this is for the advanced people. If you're doing these 2 things, you're barely doing priority dilution. If you're doing all 3, you're stuff. So you need to start with number 1, classic, and let's focus with this, then this, then this. This is the more advanced one. And to stop that, you need to make a to-do list and make sure you're time blocking everything from the to-do list. It's not just time blocking, you need to have the to-do list to make sure that, for example, if you don't make the to-do list, you'll be time blocking, but you'll be like, in the day, you're thinking of stuff, okay, shit, I gotta do this, shit, I gotta do this. No, put it on a to-do list, get it done. So, to recap, they're the 3 things. Please listen to me that no one is special. No one's goals make you special. What makes you special, and what I think has put me in the position I've got now to have over 30,000 followers and to be inspiring people, to be on my way to studying medicine, earning a crazy amount of money as an 18-year-old with my business, just from a month or 2 of literal hard work. Going to America for a free trip because I've won a business competition. The reason I think I've got this, not because I sat there going, affirmations, oh, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. It's on my wall, wow, my vision board. No, my vision board would have, if I had a vision board, it would be me at my desk studying. It'd be me in the gym. It'd be me at 5 a.m. waking up. That would be my vision board. My vision board is not the goal. My vision board is to do the work. And if you do the work, you will succeed. And to do the work, you need to tackle these 3 types of procrastination. If you can tackle classic procrastination, creative avoidance, priority dilution, you will achieve your goals. Hopefully this helps. One of the most commonly asked questions, and any questions as well. And if this helped you, let me know below. I think it's about 5, what time is it? 5:56 right now. So I'm gonna head off to the gym with no music. Have a great day, everyone.